But why did you, or how did you in that moment, choose to follow it like a blessing as opposed to get into fear?
Well,
Did you have any fear at all for even a nanosecond? I mean, did you, when you realized, when you touched
I don't remember
it,
that.
you don't remember? Okay, so maybe you
but
just...
I knew that it was a vital thing for me to do. It was important for me to address it rather than go into the fear module.
Right.
So, and I'd been there for a while, and I had started to feel that Mother Nature is my friend. And if I live in harmony with nature, it will live in harmony with me.
Right. How long were you in the jungle at this point? I mean, if you would tell everybody, like, how did you get there, first of all, and how long had you been there when this happened?
I wanted to go into the jungle, which was the jungle of Guatemala, because I wanted to learn from nature. I had been studying medicine in Sweden, and I was going into continuing that here and finish. And I met some people who were nature boys. And it was done in Santa Monica.
And they were probably cute, too.
Well, they were living on fruits and nuts and greens and grains, And life was so simple.
Right.
Life was so simple. And so I learned from them. I remember the first thought that I got from them, that when I said, we talked about health and disease, and I said, well, so then you get a fever, and then you have to have some antibiotics or something. And he said, no, fever is a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. And the body then, when there is something that is toxic or that is wrong with the body, an inflammation or such, it produces a fever, and that is to help you to increase the army of leukocytes, or to increase all the defense mechanism. That takes energy, and energy means fever.
Right.
So I said, so when they said that that fever is a wonderful thing, I said, what are they talking about? And I got hit by that all the time with those men and women who never gone to school, really. And they were just simple, wonderful people who lived in nature and played guitar and sang. And in the winter, they went into Palm Springs area. And in the summer, they went up to Lodi and picked fruit. And so it was a simple life.
Wow.
And when you come from a strict sort of like Sweden, it's very box-like, in a sense. There isn't much you can go outside. And also because the weather there is not so...
It's not conducive to being outside, so living outside.
That's when I got the Model A31 Ford. That was my first car. Model A31 Ford. And
I bet you had a good time in that.
Well, it was fun because it went only 27 miles an hour,
Right.
So I was hanging around here for a while, and then a group of us were going down to the jungles. But when it really comes to push, I was the only one. And in the beginning, there was 2 guys that went with me, but they left me somewhere in Acapulco or something. And I said, I'm going to go in and spend valued time in nature with nothing.
A tent?
No.
No tent, no food, water?
No.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Just a little fanny pack. And in that fanny pack, which was this big, I had my pair of glasses because I'm very nearsighted. And I had a toothpaste and toothbrush. And
gotta have toothpaste and toothbrush in the jungle.
It was really almost too much, right? And a machete, and my passport and a little money, and that was all. So and I was so stupid. I took my shoes off at the last place in Tapachula, which is the last little town next to the wilderness of Guatemala. And then I just walked in. And then I thought, of course, that nature would just they would just give me flowing food and fruits. And